everyone, Kaz from Graphics by Kaz here, and today we're looking at how to use custom graphics to create a custom overlay in OBS. So this can be either using graphics that you've bought from my store, from somebody else's store, or ones that you've made yourself. If you like this video, make sure you give it a nice thumbs up and then also share it with other streamers if they would find it useful as well. Cool, right, let's get into it. So we're back into OBS. I've just created a new scene and just call it new down here. I am going to go ahead and add some of the elements that I provide in my custom graphics assets. So if I click on, I'm just going to call it 1 because I don't know what I'm adding yet. Okay, so I'm going to click on browse and I'm going to browse to the overlay assets in my Paradise Dream Mega Pack. So right here you have a whole bunch of different things that I include. I've tried to name them all helpfully. So we have, this is a chat window, but it's in sort of a blue style rather than the pink style that I include in the pre-made overlays. This is the camera frame. This is a 16:9 camera frame. This is a background. So the first thing I want to do is import the background. So here we go. Nice new image, very clean, nothing else to worry about. So we're going to click on add a new image. I'm going to call that 2. And you can name them whatever you want. I'm just naming them something that works for me. Cool. So I'm going to add a game frame because that's very useful to be able to stream. So I'm going to add that here. And this kind of comes in at a standard size that I exported it at. However, you can make it whatever size you want, and then also remember to click and hold on the shift button, and then you can break the aspect ratio so you can have it whatever size you want. But I suggest keeping it with the aspect ratio because this is 16:9. This is the size that most game window footage will come in at. So I wouldn't change it if I were you, but you can. I'm not your boss. I'm not going to tell you what to do. So we have our game overlay here. I'm going to click and add one more thing. I'm going to add a 4:3 webcam. So I'm going to add this webcam here, and I am going to drag it beside the game frame. There we go. So I don't have anything else here. This isn't something that I include as a regular overlay because you can have overlays set up however you want, and if I could do so many different pre-made overlays, but the chances are you might want something very specific, and there's no point in me making 501 different overlays when you can just make your own. So to get this going, I'm going to add a game frame, game capture. I'm going to add my previous game capture, which has Slime Rancher on it. So I'm just going to continue with that because there's no point adding a new one. I'm going to make it as small as the other overlay here. So I'm going to drag it here and here. So it just fits either side. And then like we did before, I'm going to drag it underneath the other elements, but not over the background. So the background's here. So we want it above the background, but below the screens. Now you see it's a little bit off here. You can see a little bit of this square peeking through. So I can just adjust the this little window here. It is a little bit fiddly, so you're gonna have to spend some time making it just right and perfect. But the payoff is that it looks fantastic in the end. What I can also do now is add my webcam. Where's my webcam? There we go, video capture device, and I'm going to add my webcam here. This is in 16:9 as we thought of, as we did in the previous video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this back to default, and my default is actually a 4:3. So now I can add it up here. I can drag this to be the right size, just so it sits just within it, and then again I'm going to drag it below the rest of the scenes. Now again I'm going to need to do a little bit of wiggling around here to get it just right, and it can be a bit of a pain sometimes because we're trying to fit a square object into a rounded object. So that can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but it does look good in the end if you spend enough time just like playing around with it. So now I've got these into a good state, so they look good together. What I can do is now select the overlay for the webcam. I can select my webcam, and then I can right click and I can say group selected items. Now these are a group. So now these aren't going anywhere. If I move them together, they move as one. And I can also resize them and they still look good. So I can now take this and I can put it wherever I want. I can put it here, I can put it down here, I could put it in the screen. I can do whatever I want with it. So this is the power of having all of these assets that you can do whatever you want with, is that now I can create a completely custom scene for whatever game I'm playing. So now what I can do is I can add another image, I can call that 4, and then I can add a chat as well. So I can add any of these. Here we go, I've added a medium-sized chat. So now I can use stream elements like we did in the last video to get the chat into the new overlay. The only problem is because this is a custom overlay, you're just gonna have to sort of guess where is best to put the chat overlay so that it matches with what you've done here. It's a little bit more fiddly, but it is possible. It won't take all day, that's for sure. What I've also included as part of the assets pack is some little frames. So we have these frames here. So I can have a large frame and import it, and there we go, it's our large frame. So what frames are basically just a little layer where you can put your newest followers or your newest tips or subscribers, and so the text just kind of rolls along over the top of that. And you do that also in Stream Elements in exactly the same way that we do the chat. If you want me to do a video on that, I can as well. Let me know in the comments and I'll sort that out for you. I think you can do the same in Streamlabs and other streaming software as well. So if you want me to do a video on anything specific, please let me know and I will sort that out. And this is how you make a custom scene. This one looks a bit of a mess at the moment. So if you do want to play around with them, there's lots of different assets in there that you can use to create some really customized scenes and overlays. So there we go. That's the video. Thank you so much, guys. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and also share it with other streamers if you think that they will find it useful. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.